Hi, this is Nitesh. Welcome to today's video. You are watching me on a different background today because I'm on a walk and I want to shoot an intro. And so I thought let's change a little background, and the content is definitely going to be different because today I'm going to share with you some key reflections on Shakira's face, who is a musician, a wonderful artist. We are going to reflect on 4 key observations on her face and thereby derive out what are some of the key reflections in her professional life, in her personal life, that makes her unique, that makes her superhuman. Let's deep dive into the magic board to uncover some of Shakira's key reflections on her face through face reading. Welcome to the magic board, guys. Herein, I'm going to share with you 4 key observations on the wonderful artist's face, on the wonderful celebrity face, and we are going to learn some of the key learnings of face reading. We are going to gauge a little transformation that Shakira has experienced before her relationship or during the relationship versus after the relationship that she is now in her heartbreak. She has been pretty vocal about it. We are going to discover what maybe makes her more vocal into her life, what facial traits makes her more vocal about her personal experiences, about sharing her personal life through her social handles. We are going to discover about what enables in her a certain feature which makes her so prominent in her profession, right? Because that is going to be a beautiful insight for you. So without wasting any more of your time, let's deep dive into the 4 key observations that I have planned out for you guys to share, which I have noted in here so that I don't forget to share those. And herein I have pictures of Shakira. This is the very recent pictures. On this particular half, you're seeing the latest or recent pictures of the past 3 to 4 months. Courtesy her Instagram, I have taken in the pictures, and I'm extremely thankful to her, even though I couldn't thank her personally because she has so many followers. But as making a video on her, this is the extreme heartfelt note to her that she has a face that we can use as a learning in face reading, like the 4 key observations that we are going to derive. And yes, let's hope that it turns out to be well. This is a picture which is kind of a middle of that phase where she was in the relationship, or like you can say 522 weeks from now or something like that. These are the pictures from last I think 8 to 10 years back or 7 to 10 years back, because in face reading transformation plays such an important and crucial role. So I'm going to share some of the transformations maybe over the course of this particular video, and we are going to look at the prominent features during this particular video. It's also important that we view life of a person as to what elements propel a certain person to have certain set of experiences in their emotional life, in their personal life, in their professional life. So let's deep dive into Shakira's face and observe one of the most prominent features on her face, because prominent features are the features that stands out in the face and that sparkles out of the face. And so we are going to delve on her prominent feature and thereby figure out which element she possesses the most, and thereby we'll see what those energies are, what those reflections are, right? So the very first thing that I want you to gauge is these are the recent pictures of her. So just at a basic level overview, I want you to see her eyes majorly, right? And one of the key reflections that you'll get from her eyes, and eyes are something wherein you can see the shine, wherein you can see the light. And if you observe her eye sets, right, this particular eye, if you see the energies that propel out of it, shine that comes out of it, that is the light of the eyes. No, it is pretty see, even here if you see, this is I think from 2013 or 14, this picture. And here also if you see, she has a very fiery eyes, right? And fiery eyes can indicate that sense of extreme ambition, that sense of extremeness in you with respect to getting the best of life, getting the life and extracting the full potential out of your career, being ambitious to an extent that you can go to any miles. And this is what we have seen from her career, right? That she has never stopped, and being such a wonderful artist that she is, she has started pretty young, even when people are finding their feet in terms of graduating themselves into maybe college. She was a very popular singer back then, right? So what propelled her to be such prominent force into her life was the intense fire energy that she possessed. And if you observe her face, she has had this particular feature always, where there was this immense sparkle, where there was this immense fire into her eyes, which makes her pretty fiery, which makes her pretty ambitious in nature. And whenever you see a person who has a lot of fire as she has, thereby you can definitely reflect that this person is not going to stop by or satisfy by mere little things or mere little achievements. They are going to meant full force and full throttle into achieving what they want to, right? And that is one of the great signals of the intense fire energy in you. And the other feature, the other feature that kind of extends her mark into the aspect of expressing herself emotionally, because we have seen that she has been quite vocal about her relationships. She has been quite vocal of her relationships in her songs. Lately she has released an album which was released after her breakup with Gerard, right? So she has been quite vocal about how she feels about it. And one of the ways that you can see on a person's face how they are likely to express themselves, how much intensity of emotions they can feel, is if you look at their lip region, if you look at their mouth region. And people who have strong and very full lips, especially if upper lips are quite prominent in nature, it reflects a sense of immense feminine energy, which also indicates that the intensity with which you feel emotions can be very significant, and that can even make you emotionally dramatic at times. But she has a beautiful way to power herself, where she used her intensity of emotions, where she channeled her emotions to create songs. And that is one of the most productive ways of channeling your emotions, and thereby even turning your emotions into an aspect of feeling and also profit in latter terms, right? So if you observe her lip area, which is quite significant, see, it's a very full lips, especially the upper lips are pretty full. And when you have these fuller lips onto your personality, it indicates the aspect of sensuality, it indicates the aspect of intensity with which you can feel the emotions. And that is something which was always there on her face. And that is also something which you notice in a lot of singers face, where they have a very beautiful set of mouth and lips, because that adds that grainier quality. And it's one of those areas which reflects that your intensity to feel emotions can be very, very prominent. On her lips is something which kind of adds that fiery eyes that she have, and the intensity of emotions with which she feels the emotions is something which you can gauge from the lips part, which is quite wonderful to feel emotions, coupled with the eye set where the expression holds the key. This acts as a great strength, where she can be very fiery. Plus she has also a gift where she can feel emotions to the extreme, right? Where she can be extremely even dramatic about the feelings. And what that does, it does is it lets her be more creative into her work, right? Although the amount of fire that she has into her eyes, This does affect the aspect of relationship because when there is a lot of fire into your personality, it means that as fire needs fuel, fire needs fuel to burn, right? Similarly, when you have lots of fire into your life, you need that constant source of validation. You need that constant source of fueling into your life in terms of being a good emotional support to a person. Having said that, because she also has aspects of earth, as you can see from a very fleshy cheek padding, but the intense fire that she has, it can indicate that she can be a little more on the demanding side, which means that a partner that she choose must be someone who is a little laid back. If the partner is somebody who is fiery, who is of an extremely metallic nature, that may not be quite apt to her strength or make her relationship work. And that's where when you have sort of immense fire energy into you, it can be a little difficult to be in relationship, because then on the other half, your partner needs to have more earth into their personality or more water, so that water can curtail down the excess fire that she possesses, right? That is something which is there. Along with that, with the additional fire that she has, the metal aspect also stands out, which again makes things a little difficult on the personal side, on the relationship side of things. And it can make a person expecting high things. The other part is because she has intense earth into her personality, which you can gauge from the prominent flesh padding, from the prominent cheek padding that she has. This indicates that she can be a good support. She can really put herself down the line, which she has does in her relationship, where kind of 10 years she has given immensely to her partner. But then the expectation part can be extremely high, which can be a huge cause of defeat in the relationship, or pose prominent challenge in the relationship. So one thing which fire people can apply into their life is that they can be a little less expecting of people around them, especially if their partner have less of fueling component. If they are more of woody nature, which her partner was, they may she may expect a little less, and fire people expect a lot more from their partners, and that is something which can be a little challenging into the relationship. So that is where I feel fire people can be can work a little. This is one of the challenges of fire people in the relationship, where the fire propels them to be great in their profession, because that adds the sense of ambition, that adds a sense of achieving things which they want in the most biggest capacity. But then on the emotional front, on the personal front, things can be a little challenging. And so if they have good enough partners who can absorb their energy well, who can be a little laid back and put people who have strong fire at the forefront, they may work out their relationships, and all those things can happen. One of the other things which you'll see in the other celebrities like Priyanka Chopra, who also has a very strong fire, plus a combination of a very full upper lip. Selena Gomez also has good enough lips, full lips, which indicates her strong feminine energy, and a strong set of earth element, which again indicates that her intensity to feel emotions can be significantly high. And people who are into this charismatic professions, who are into this fiery professions where they have to perform, you'll observe quite a lot of this particular trait of fire energy from their eyes, plus the combination of having a full lip, because that adds into their element. That is a great gift of their element, to be passionate, to be charismatic, to be creative, as well as even be intensely dramatic at times as well. So that is something which is a key learning which you can see from people and especially ladies from the artistic side, right? The other aspect that I want you to notice here, which is a great aspect of learning, is that she has a line that stretches out from her inner canthus. So inner canthus is this particular area. From inner corner of the eyes, there is a line that goes down. And one of the interviews I was watching on Apple Music of hers, and there were two lines that was on the left side that was very prominently visible. I'll zoom in here if you can see and spot the eyes. These are the lines that I'm talking of, and Lillian Bridges classify these lines as lost love lines, which doesn't necessarily mean that you have lost a romantic love, but it can indicate that you have lost a part of yourself that you loved doing in the past, and kind of left it behind. And this also indicates a sort of teary-eyed person who has shed a lot of tears. Even in her latest album, she has made an album where she has mentioned that women should not cry more, or women should not cry now, sort of something like that she has mentioned. And her relationship has been pretty difficult, and she has shed a lot of tears in that. And once you have this particular line, it can indicate that focusing more on areas where you love to do what you do is something which can help you regain that sense of consciousness, and also can eliminate these lines. These lines are not bad, it's just something that indicates that you have experienced something in your past which was not that apt. But if you spend or connect to what you love more, you can definitely achieve your best potential of yourself, right? So now she has connected back to music full time. She has released an album of like 18 to 19 songs in it, and she's feeling more than thrilled, and now she has gained a better perspective of life. So when you have these lines, especially on the left part, you'll observe more the left part of the face viewing from her angle, right? From her angle, if you see the face, this is the left part, right? And left part is governed by the right brain, and right brain represents the aspect of emotions, creativity. It represents the kind of feelings that you're going through. So it indicates more of the personal aspect of life on the left part of your face. So thereby you'll observe more of these lines, or any lines for that matter, on the left part of the face more than on the right part of the face, right? So three features I have covered. The very first one was the fire in her eyes, which you'll observe in most of her pictures. Also, one aspect that you can see fire energy into one's element is if you observe the eyebrow hair kind of thinning itself from the rightmost part, or on the leftmost part on the left face. Like I'm viewing the left here, but it is the right part here. So if you observe thinning of eyebrows, it again indicates that fire has seared the face. You can assume fire to be burning kind of the eyebrow part in imagination or visualization. And when you observe these features on the face where the eyebrow hair are thinning, and if you have curly hairs, that she has a lot. If you have fond of redness in color, that indicates again a sense of fire energy. And you can also gauge fire when you observe that there are sharp features on the face, and there are quite a lot of sharp features on her face. See the sharpness here, right? These sharp features indicate that there are strong sense of fire energy into motion into her life. If you see this particular part, also the eyebrow hair is kind of lessening at the half, or just a little more than half, and that again indicates that fire energy can be quite prominent into her personality, which also makes her quite exciting and wonderful in her artistic front. But definitely it can pose a little challenge on the relationship aspect of things, right? So the fourth part, I have covered the three part, by the way. The fuller lips, where I have indicated the aspect of feminine energy, the aspect of feeling intensity of emotions. I have explained about the fire in the eyes concept. I have also indicated the aspect of love lines, right? Which again is a concept given by Lillian Bridges in her book Face Reading in Chinese Medicine, where the lines arising out of the inner corners can be classified as the love lines. Then the aspect of transformation, where transformation you could see from what she was to what she's now, because this is her past picture. And if I look at her past picture, of course the fire in her eyes is something that is very, very prominent, and it's been one of those factors that keeps her alive. And one aspect where I feel she has changed a little is that she has become a lot more independent now, and this is something which she reflects in her interviews also, wherein she feels much more powerful being independent than being in relationships. And this again is indicated by the fact that there is a little hardness on the flesh, right? A little hardness on the flesh, which earlier was not very much there, but a slight I could see that from this particular face to this face, there is slight hardness, which means that once a person goes through a heartbreak of a demise nature, the way she has had, it can make you a little tough. And once your skin grow a little harder flesh, it can indicate the increased metal energy in you, because metal reflects the aspect of refined state into your personality. It reflects that you have become more clear with respect to where you want to head your life towards. It can mean that she has grown a little tough, especially on the emotional side, which happens once you go through a relationship or a heartbreak, which kind of changes your life. But apart from that, most of her primary elements are intact. And one thing that you can learn from Shakira, and which we can learn from Shakira, is how her inner drive, how her will to be alive, how her fiery energy contributed her to be so ambitious, to be so fiery, and also letting her achieve what she has had done. She has been an inspiration for so many, with her confidence, with her passion. And I hope that this video also adds that little sense of fire into your life. And with that, I'll just call it quits for this particular video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more of face reading, you can access my videos. You can access the books of great face readers like Lillian Bridges, Jean Hainer, Mac Fulfer, Rose Tree. These are some amazing face readers wherein you can access their books. If you want to learn face reading through a course, you can access my course also from my website, that is chehraspeaks.com. There is a separate page dedicated to accessing the face reading course, wherein you can get to from my website. You can also get your face reading from me, and for that you can also visit my site and check out the kind of readings that I offer, basically on two dimensions. The first is the in-depth relationship reading, where my focus is on more on the compatibility side of people's relationship, and the other aspect is in-depth general, where I focuses centrally on you, your challenges of your element, your strengths, your tendencies in love, and a lot more. You can explore all of that on visiting my handle and thereby connecting with me. And yes, thank you so much for the love that you guys have been showing. I've been following the comments that you are posting. It means a lot. Thank you so much for the love and for this particular video. If you feel it was helpful to enhance your learning on face reading, or just to get inspired from such a wonderful artist like Shakira, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you feel this video is meant to be shared, make sure that you share it with your friends. So thank you so much. Bye bye, take care, have an amazing day ahead.